everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Samantha Salmon, your certified brain optimization coach. Today, we're going to talk about transitioning back to plant-based eating after the pandemic. So some of you may have been eating plant-based, then the pandemic happened. A lot of stress was going on and you fell off the wagon, right? That's what people say. They fell off the wagon. So today we're going to talk about how to get back on track if you're still stuck in this place because we are well out of that situation. So now it's time to get back on track. And I totally understand where you are, because I know during the pandemic, it was a very stressful time. And I even was eating out a lot at vegan restaurants, but I was having a lot of, when you eat out at these vegan restaurants, there's a lot of bread, there's a lot of vegan mayo they're using and stuff, vegan butters they're using and stuff, and all this stuff has a lot of oil. So what ended up happening with me, one of the reasons why I was doing it too is because I wanted to support my food businesses. That's number one. And two, I enjoyed their food and I wanted to support my vegan food businesses. I just felt, man, it was such a crazy time, and I was actively working to try to get some supports to some small healthy food businesses, and things were stalling and taking a long time when it comes to policy work. And this was my first time working on food policy. And I had been told before that things can take a long time, but I thought this policy was like a feel-good policy and it would go a lot quicker. And then when the pandemic happened, the policy was passed, but the implementation didn't happen, right? It's just now, actually, 2024, it's just now getting started with implementation. And we passed the policy 2020, right? And there was activism before then. But anyway, these things take some time. So anyway, I'm watching what's going on and I'm like, man, you have these restaurants that are selling liquor and they are getting help from the government, and yet our healthy food businesses aren't getting help from the government. What's going on? So I ate out a lot and I was enjoying the food. Okay, I'm not going to put this all on all of that. I was enjoying the food. I was eating out a lot. And I definitely gained weight in that. It was the eating out a lot and the stress of the time. So I totally understand, like, falling off the wagon was not controlling my food consumption because I was eating out. And there's only so much you can do when you're eating out, right? Even if you're getting the healthiest thing, even on a salad, they have a lot of oil, which typically at home now, I don't even buy oil. When you're eating out, there's not much you could do in terms of having a really clean, pristine diet. Eating out equates to gaining weight. It just makes sense, right? Unless you're eating at a raw food restaurant and just buying juices, green juices, and just getting salads. And even the salads, because Sweet Green is one of my favorite places, but I've seen them make the salad dressing and the amount of white powder they're putting in there. It could be sugar or it could be salt that's going in there. I'm not sure. But the amount, to me, it feels like a lot. But of course, they're catering to so many people. And I know when I eat their salads, it's hyper palatable. Now, when I make my salads, they're delicious too. In order for me to really know, I would need their recipe and break down what's in it. We just have more control over the food when we make it ourselves. So these are the challenges that basically set us up where we may have been pulled back from the way we used to do things. So this video is going to be all about helping you move forward from that space. I ended up leaving LA, and LA has amazing vegan restaurants, right? That place, like, I would spend a ton of money on eating out because there were so many options to choose from and great places to eat, right? Moving from LA to Florida limited those options for me. And it actually was the best thing to happen to me, not just for my finances, but also for my body and my health. not having this thing so easily accessible because I had the money. So it's like, why not go? But even here, having the money is not sufficient when there's no place to go. And so it really helped me to just stay at home and make more food at home. So the step one in this recovery process of getting back to ourselves is just acknowledge and accept what's happened, right? Understand it's okay that maybe you've stalled or maybe you feel like you've fallen back. It is a learning opportunity. I learned a lot in it. I learned that if I stay in LA, I would go broke eating all this stuff because this food is hyper palatable and I can justify eating it because it's quote unquote healthy. I used to have a lot of, I would go to Air One and have buffalo cauliflower, right? This is fried cauliflower and the buffalo sauce has a lot of fat and oil. Now, is it an unhealthy food? I would think for most people, it's not unhealthy. If I had that once a month, that wouldn't be a big issue. But for me, if I am overweight and I'm on a fat loss journey, that's not helpful, right? So everything you have to have it in balance. Is this helping me at this moment with the goal I'm looking to achieve right now, right? And at the time, did I have any adverse effects? I did gain some weight, but I didn't have any health ramifications for it. So it wasn't really that big of a deal for me at the time, other than financial. That money could have gone to other things. But like I said, I had the money. So there wasn't anything hurting me too much at the time. But if you are watching this video and you've been stuck for some time and it's hurting you, you find that your body is being affected still by this, then just first have some self-compassion, some understanding for yourself, and do a little bit of a mindset shift. Focus on the present and your desire to return to a healthier plant-based lifestyle. Reassess your why. Remind yourself why you chose a plant-based diet in the first place, whether it's for health, environmental, or ethical reasons. You want to reconnect with your why so you can tap in to that motivation. And then imagine the benefits and positive outcomes of returning to plant-based eating. What is that actually going to do for you? What is that going to give you? How is it going to serve you doing that, making that transition? And then start slowly. You don't have to make drastic changes overnight. Just start by reintroducing more plant-based meals. Plan your meals ahead of time, right? Do some meal planning. If you need support in this, I have a summer meal plan for you in the description to this video, so you can start there. You want to stock up your kitchen. Make sure you have your plant-based staples, like all your proteins, your beans, your lentils, quinoa, nuts, seeds. If you're using frozen vegetables, just make sure you have those organic frozen vegetables in the freezer. So when you get hungry, you have stuff to go to, right? You want to make sure you have your kitchen stocked with fresh fruits and vegetables. I noticed that I will eat more raw when I have more raw foods in the house. When I run out of my raw foods, then I'm eating more of my dried goods, which then ends up, these are your beans, your lentils, and quinoa and stuff like this. And for me, because I'm an overeater, I will eat and gain weight if I don't make sure that I keep greens in the house. So as soon as I run out, I need to go back and get more greens because that is the foundation of my meals. And if I don't have it, then I'm eating more of these other foods that have more energy, that are more energy dense, right? I would highly recommend avoiding plant-based alternatives. If you're trying to switch from animal meat and you need texture, jackfruit is really good. Tempeh is one of those things where it has the benefit of having some healthy, good bacteria for your gut microbiome that may be beneficial. And then also you can use it in a variety of ways. So that might be a healthier alternative, but some of the other stuff that are really heavy on the oils and chemicals and different stuff like that, I would try to avoid that. Try to take the seasoning that you would normally put on other foods that you're trying to get off and put that on the healthy food. So for folks who are transitioning from eating chicken or other types of meats, you would normally season that a certain way with certain types of spices. You can season your beans that way. You can even make raw vegan fake meats utilizing nuts and those same spices, right? There's an example of this on my site. I'll make sure to post a link to that, where we have a kielbasa recipe that we sold in the store, Art Ceiling Cafe. The recipes there, it's inspired by Ethiopian. There's some berbere in there. There's some different spices. It's basically a raw vegan sausage made with non-meat ingredients, completely raw. You don't even need a dehydrator for it, but it's seasoned and spiced so well that you're not going to miss animal products. Okay. So I'll make sure to share the link below. And then also create a support system, right? Join an online community, maybe like mine. I'll share the link to my free Facebook group that I have, the Raw Food Health Empowerment Circle. You can also connect with local groups or find a buddy, a local buddy that kind of shares your values, shares your goals on the same journey as you, and have them be your accountability. Maybe telling everyone in your family that you're eating this way so that you have that outside accountability. If these people know and they're watching you, that you're going to stay on track because they're watching you. And just focus on whole foods, focus on nutrient dense whole foods, making sure you're getting a variety of fruits and vegetables, some quinoa in there, getting some different types of plant-based proteins. Just have a wide variety. And I think you'll be able to get your feet wet with this summer meal plan that I'm providing in the description to this video. While you're doing that, practice mindful eating. Listen to your body, listen to the hunger cues and the fullness cues. All right. So you can, because I say I'm a glutton and I tend to overeat, this is something I'm really mindful to do. I don't do it 100% all the time, but I try to do it a lot, where when I'm having my lunch, I literally just sit down and I'm looking at the squirrels, I'm looking at the trees, I'm looking at the grass. So it's just like me, my food, and my entertainment is just nature. And there's not much going on. So I can stay in tune with how my body is feeling in this moment, right? If I'm watching Netflix or something like that, then I may just end up eating because my mind is very much in the story and I'm not listening to my body as much. So when you practice mindful eating, you actually end up enjoying your meals a little bit more because you're more focused in on it. You can actually taste everything, right? Experience everything and enjoy it. So today we covered how to overcome the challenges of transitioning back to plant-based eating post-pandemic. Remember, it's not too late to get back on track and reclaim your health with a plant-based diet. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more plant-based living tips, and comment below with your own tips or questions about transitioning back to plant-based eating. Download my free summer meal plan designed to help you kickstart your plant-based journey. You'll also get some supportive notes from me on how to be successful in this transition. Thank you so much for watching. Transitioning back to a plant-based diet is a journey, but with the right strategies and support, you can do it. See you in the next video.